Let me ask you this question. How many of you have ever bought anything at Walmart? Tell me the truth. All right, good. So we've all shopped at Walmart. Okay, why?
Because it's open at 3 in the morning?
Yep.
So, but now what? I just want to go to value proposition here, right? Okay, listen, the benefit you were after that drove you to go to Walmart was convenience, right? So what Walmart sells, one of the things Walmart sells is convenience, correct?
And you don't have to have a stupid card, a shopper card, to get the price at the register. You go in, the price on the aisle says whatever, you make a decision to buy it. When you get to the register, it's that price.
Okay, so listen, the benefit that matters to you in that description is clarity or simplicity, or you define it any way you want to, right? No fuss, right? That's it, right? Saturn, when they introduced the Saturn as a car, right? What was their shtick?
No hassle.
No hassle, no negotiating, the price is the price.
Yep.
We're already giving you the lowest possible price. You walk in, that's the price. We're not going to try to sell you. We're not going to use negotiating techniques. There's no hard sell. If you want to buy it, you buy it. If you don't, that's okay too. It worked, right? For that class of buyer where that was a benefit that mattered. Listen, hundreds of thousands of people walked onto Saturn lots with their kids and said, I want to buy a Saturn for my kid because I don't want the haggle. I don't want the hassle. I just want to know that the kid's going to get a good car.
Took all the fun out of it.
Well, but you see, it's a different benefit proposition there, right? So the whole thing goes to your job as the business owner who has to sell the product or service is to stop thinking about you and think about them. Because listen, I said you need to write it down. It's not about the money. Here's another thing you need to write down. It's not about you. Okay, this may offend your ego, and so here's what I'm going to say to you. Business owners, listen, build a bridge and get over it. It's not about you. It's about them. And the first task of the sales rep or the business owner, whoever's doing this, the first task in selling anything, if you want to sell it well, is to figure out the benefit proposition from their perspective, not yours. And again, I'll go back to where I started with this. That's actually a disqualifying process,
So
right? I want to find out what they value. If I'm talking to a Walmart buyer and I happen to be Macy's, I just disqualified them. Do you see that? If what they said to me, their value proposition is, I'm after convenience, low price, that you put all the things in there, right? Then you're going to be able to say to them, look, I'm not the right person to sell to you. Somebody comes along to me and they're looking for a consultant in my world, right? And I get this all the time. People want a consultant. I just want somebody who can help me, and fill in the blank behind that. I get it. I want somebody who can help me with my financial management. I want somebody who can help me with my marketing. I want someone who can help me with, and everybody who says that to me, if that's the limiting factor from their perspective, I disqualify them. And here's how I do that. I say to them, I don't do that. If anyone in this room said, the only thing we want from you, Kevin, is help with our marketing or help with our budgets or those, and that's all we want, I would say to you, I don't do that. And immediately that gives us the opportunity, and I say, and then I would follow that up with, what's your overall goal? If you're interested, right? If you say to me, well, tell me more about what you do. I've had that very conversation. Somebody says, well, can you help me with my marketing? And my response is, I'm not a consultant, I don't do that. Well, what do you do? Oh, well, let me tell you a little bit about that, but before I do, let me ask you some questions. And what I want to do is ask them the disqualifying questions. So first question, what's your goal for your business? Tell me about your business and your goals. Let me hear from you. Well, I've got this business and I want to grow it to $1 million a year or $3 million or $5 million a year, or I haven't even thought about those goals. I just have this business, I'm just trying to get by. I'm just trying to survive this month. I got cash flow issues, whatever. I'm hearing the story, right? So they asked me if I could do their marketing for them, and the answer is no. But the real story is, their value, their benefit is, I'm in crisis, I got cash flow issues, my business isn't growing as fast as I thought it would, I got all this other stuff. Now I can say to them, look, I'm not a marketing consultant, and I may or may not be the right guy to help with every piece of the marketing, but let me tell you what I can do. I can help you as a business owner understand how to get your arms around this whole picture and begin to develop strategies that will help you find your ways out of those cash flow crises and those sorts of things. But I do that by helping you see the whole thing, not just one thing. You see? And so and if all they want is marketing, if they say, no, really all I want is marketing, then they're disqualified.